What's happening, everybody? Oh, it's been a rough day. There's a lot going on right now. No rest for the wicked whatsoever. We got shout out to Big Rob. He's in the hospital right now. He had an incident, pretty major one. So I'll know more when I'm done with this, and we'll get back on, and then we'll talk, and I'll figure out how he's doing. Not Big Rob, Rob from Ventura. But shout out to Big Rob too, though. I was just on the phone with him. We're gonna be doing Most Envied here. That's gonna be the next story. Most Envied, Hell's Angels. For sure. Salute. What's up, Josh? How you doing, Bubba? Thanks for floating, helping me, through all of that that mess that was going on in Nevada Yards, man. That shit was crazy. And obviously I couldn't talk about it. I'll be doing something about that here not too long. And we'll get the whole story out, or at least the story as we understand it, or I understand it. And kind of, I don't know, how it all went down. And it left me and Kenny scrambling, man. Me and Kenny Crum, we were working to get that. Try and get it all calmed down so nobody else had to die between the A-dubs and the Serenios. So got ourselves put on a list and everything. It was cool. It was fun. And then Kenny passed away, and then it wasn't no more fun. But all right, Lil Dave. We all know Lil Dave. It's hard to say whether, his ex-old lady, she recorded him, right? The dude's saying the most, saying shit you should never say. He's like, they're putting a new Fed in charge. I'm not going to be safe no more, that type of stuff. Like, oof. Now he could be saying, hey, that dude's a sloppy Fed. He don't care. He don't do his job well. I can get away with whatever around this dude. Or he could be saying that was his handler. Who really knows, man? I don't know. What's up, Topaz? But one thing we do know, it got him put out of the club, those recordings. He's a national P for the Mongols after Doc Cavazos, right? And everybody says Lil Dave was about his business. In Laughlin, they show him, they say he's trying to run away from it. I don't see that. I see him coming around the flank. But once you get around that flank, it's time to start busting fools and show the reason why you came all the way around that flank, right? But I don't know. Somebody must have done something today, because they were in Pasadena. They were in a restaurant, bar, and there was a 10 to 15 man melee. Lil Dave being the center of it. Somebody's getting off. This dude takes out the box cutter and puts it across somebody, allegedly. I mean, this just happened today, so allegedly. I don't know yet if it was like Mongols members. I think they would have made more, they'd have made more noise about it, for sure. The feds and all that. Pasadena, they'd have been thumping on their chest like, oh, look, we arrested 10 Mongols, right? And if any of them had a patch on, they're getting arrested on the spot. So I can't say, yeah, that they were Mongols. I mean, they could have been anything from support to just schmucks. Schmucks like to run their mouth up in the bar a lot. But that'd be a lot of schmucks to come after Dave just for schmucks to do. Like that ain't schmuck activity. They're usually you're in a motorcycle club, and they touch your shit, and then you punch them out and go on about getting to the next bar. But yeah, I guess old boy lived though, but he hit him in the throat with it, man. Boom. Can you imagine? What was he doing in Pasadena though? I know he's from Cali and all that, but I don't know. There's other places you could probably just retire to. But I guess if you're about that business, I've heard I've heard rumors about Lil Dave starting up a new club. I mean, I can't tell you how many times, but a ton. And it's like, yeah, it is bad. Bottom line, he's out bad, though. What can you say? But he's still handling business. Let's see. Somebody said something that caught my eye. Oh, Bossa. Bossa, what's up? Hey, Pee-wee should be in here somewhere too, Bossa. What happened to me? Oh, bro, I'm doing a video on that too. Y'all don't even understand. Y'all don't get it. This last year and a half, 18 months, it just doesn't end. It doesn't end. I don't get a break from it. And most of it I didn't even talk about because it was just too fucked up. There's still things I can't talk about. You know, I'm not going to go there and put myself out, you know. Yeah, Josh. Smucks usually aren't that deep, and they're not going to run that deep and run up in a spot. 10 schmucks ain't going out and saying, hey, man, if we see Lil Dave tonight, we can get that fool, right? In the middle of the daytime, too, is when it happens. So, like, nah, my money's on, like, a support club or something. Maybe one or two. I don't know. I'm not even going to say it because those dudes are out there. I don't know. They're doing it the right way. And everybody says, oh, this, the San Bernardino corrections guy, right? The cop, the Mongol cop. Listen, I'm going to pull a cop every time I can if I'm in jail. Like, if I can get favor or any of that, I'm going to. Of course you would. This dude owned a shop, a firearm shop, licensed. He could get all types of cool stuff for legally. And he was a CO at the county jail in the county that they're deep in. You get favor when you're in jail too in the county. That dude was an asset. I don't know. I look at it like he was an asset, and he went down. He went down with the ship. He was like, fuck it. It is what it is. I'm not rolling on these dudes or tying them into some weird indictment, you know. And then they tried to hit him on the bangers, and it's like every one of them was there. I don't know. It's hard to say he was smuggling off anything to a club when everything's accounted for at his house. So there's that. What's up, Bigfoot? That's my mug right there. That's my dude. Rick Dog says he got his ass beat. Yeah, that happens too. I mean, you get Rat Pack come up out the Rat Pack with a knife and stick somebody in the neck with it. I don't know who won and who lost. It's hard to say. That's a blurry line right there. It depends. I've been watching for a minute, brother. Yeah. Past year you been through? Yeah. It's yeah, y'all know about half of it. People like Bigfoot, they know what's up. Mile High, my dude, I love you. That's my dude right there. Con, everybody who doesn't know, Con's fighting Boxer from Paradigm Media. They're fighting at the end of November. It's pay-per-view. Go on Mikey's channel. Hey, what's Mikey's channel? Somebody put it in down there, please. It used to be like, I don't know, Oakland Confidential or some shit like that, and then he changed it, so. Am I lit right now? Nah, dog, I've been crying, if you want to know the truth. I've been sitting here crying because one of my better friends in life is on his deathbed. So, yeah. Fucking, I don't get lit, homie. I got treatment and all types of dumb shit. Oh, I will show you this, though. Check this shit. Oh. Your boy noticed some weeds growing up in the yard, right? Being lazy like I was in the summertime especially, they got a little out of control. And when that happened, your boy figured it out, guys. It was growing wild. I had 10 of them sprout up, growing wild. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, dude. I just picked these today, so I got to clean them and cure them and all that shit. But that's the come up. I guess the old man who was a veteran who died like within a week of me getting here, never talked to nobody, but I guess he probably threw some seeds down or something, and bam, dog. Your boy's got some that wacky tobacco, and it's completely legal out here too. You have 6 plants per person, and then 3 of them can be budding at the same time. Deal. You know. Hey, that's it right there, Josh. It gave me a little bit of that pain relief for sure. One of them, I think, is a hybrid. One of them is definitely an indica. And I don't know, the other one's just good old Mexican dirt weed. Something like that, some regs, some nastiness. One of them had purple and all types of good crystals coming off of it. I was like, damn, dude, I didn't even do nothing to this shit. I just let it sit out there and grow and watered it and pruned it. Dope. Yeah. Walks around like he's the shit still. Couldn't handle a beat down. Oh. Ah, see. See, I wasn't there, so I don't know, but I mean that tracks. That tracks, right? If you're running around acting like you're a tough guy and then you get mollywopped real quick, or run out and grab the box cutter because that's all you got in the car, that tracks. Ain't nobody gonna be talking about how Lil Dave got his ass beat tonight in the news, boys. Psst. All right. Oh, Selena's report. There it is. So if y'all want to see, Boxer was, I don't know, he's a really high-ranking NF member. And whatever happened, happened. He went out, got put out, whatever. And then we got Conrad, who y'all just don't even understand the integrity and then amazing friend that Conrad is. And he's there for me already twice, on the spot, no problem, no questions asked, I got you. So, and we're not talking money, so, you know, he's there as a friend helping. So Conrad's got a special place in my heart. I love going over there barbecuing and shit like that, but I don't know, life, he's been training in the gym just nonstop. And I don't know, they showed pictures. I think it was an old picture of Boxer today. Me and Bigfoot were talking about it. Like, man, I hope Boxer don't really look like that when he steps in the ring, or else we're going to have a real brawl, you know? Not like we won't already, but, I mean, Conrad's been taking it real serious, getting into shape. Real serious. And they call Boxer Boxer. So, I mean, I'm sure it's not because he worked at FedEx, you know? Like, you don't get a nickname like Boxer unless you can throw them mitts. So it should be a really good fight, but we're Team Conrad. Eat a bowl of tacks and wash it down with some, you know, I don't know, sandpaper if you don't root for Conrad. When it comes to Lil Dave, let's get back to the subject, right? When it comes to Lil Dave, man, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, he's obviously arguing with his girl in that tape. She's foul as fuck for recording him. There's no way around it. Can't talk me out of it. I don't care what's going on, man. Hey, she was all over it. MK, what's up, girl? I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're away from the bullshit. So, she records him and just puts it out there like, hey, man, here, take this on the way out. Hit him with it. That's like, damn, you're a cold-ass bitch for that. Like, you didn't have to do that, man, like that. HFTL, my dude. What's up? Hey, you should have been in Pasadena today. I'm just saying. You could have caught that shit on camera and we would all been rich, homie. What's up, G Dirt? G Dirt, man, I love you. G Dirt's dope as fuck too. Talk about a genuine dude for a dude from Portland too. Let's not get it twisted. Portland's, boy, they're wild. He was talking last night in his live, and he said, I think no matter what, whoever gets voted in, my city's going to, you know, be on fire. I was like, damn, dude. Y'all are crazy. What's up, Slayer? So, I think she's foul for what she did to him, period. But the way he was wording it is weird. It's weird as hell. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen the paperwork, but I know what I think. I know what I think of Lil Dave for sure. John Cabrera. What's up, Johnny Cab? But I think the club was absolutely right in putting him out once they heard those tapes. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to take the chance? Look at the history. You can't. There's no chances to be taken with that. That's like with the cop. There's no chances to be taken with that. You have to cut ties. Old boy that the cop was riding with they were military brothers, combat military brothers, right? They went to war together. And then they come home, they ride together. The dude is a corrections officer, but he's also a heavy-ass Mongol supporter, right? Some say maybe more. Nobody's told me that. But, you know, he was about that life, and he's riding with his bro. Like, that sucks. That sucks. But the club was right to put him out because, in all reality, he brought a cop around. Right? So, Lil Dave, I don't know. It might be a George. It might have been like George. Yeah. George Christie talked to the cops in Ventura nonstop. I still got those tapes, by the way, Georgie, and you better hope nothing happens to Rob from Ventura. You better hope he pulls through this, or else I'm just going to be so mad that he's gone that I'm just going to put these tapes out of spite. Because I've been waiting on him because we were going to do it together, and we were going to talk about it while we're listening to the tapes. Because Rob was there then, you know what I'm saying? He can put context to things that we don't understand are being said in the tape. And Rob's like, oh yeah, that's blah, 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 you know? Like Sabian, he shit on Sabian, hella tough. Mike Lynch about the bike frame. Totally shit on Mike Lynch, you know? Shit on the prospects that did what they did to the tattoo shop down the way. Shit on Tom the Bomb, who owned one of the tattoo shops. And George was like, hey, you're going to sign this over to me or I'm shutting it down. I'm going to close the shop. While Tom was in prison, in the feds doing 10 years. And Tom had asked him, hey, man, we'll go, you know, you'll get half the business. We'll be partners. And that'll keep the business going while I'm in prison. Sure, no problem. A couple years in, Georgie wanted to renegotiate that shit. He wanted all of it. And he was willing to dirtbag his own dude and blow the place up. Allegedly. But we'll talk about all that. I got 45 minutes of him talking to the detectives about other detectives too. And saying things like, y'all, you know, I have to watch what we say here because I don't want to get back to the club, you know. It puts me in a compromising situation or a position. It's like, what, fool? And for a clean charter, that fool sure did have some blow at his house, didn't he? How you gonna make your whole charter be clean and you got fucking Colombian neck powder at the house, homie? But I'll tell you what, George Christie's son, Georgie, he had a friend, and that friend went into the military. While he was in the military, he became like a warehouser or something, right? to the warehouse where the pharmacy keeps their medicine. Millions of pills they stole. Millions. What are you doing with millions of perk 30s and shit? Boy, that was the lick right there, but they got caught up because they stole millions of them. Like, y'all didn't leave nothing, huh? Y'all just, LaGuardia, y'all just gonna take everything. Fuck it. YOLO. But yeah, hopefully, Rob will be okay. I have to believe it. Because, man, it just keeps adding up, right? It keeps adding up. It's a fucking big bill right now, man. I'm tired of paying it. Tired of my friends paying it, really, if we're thinking about it. But, and now I just got that phone call too. So like, that's why I'm just sitting here. Like I'm obviously I'm into talking about all Lil Dave and all that, but my mind's with my friend right now, for sure. And that dude, hey, Friday we were talking about how scumbag he was. I said, you're an honest scumbag though, Rob. Like, you're willing to just, go all the way pirate's life, right? Just he's a biker. This fool says, oh, you don't even understand, Rick. I said, what? He said, I pulled up to the light and there was an old ass lady in a convertible with her grandson who was like 7. He said, I put it on that diesel and rolled coal on them all the way up the mountain. They had to drive through him rolling coal on them. I said, God damn, Rob, you're an asshole. Full rolled coal on an old lady all the way up a mountain. That's my scumbag right there, though. He's honest about it. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. Where he lives, they only got like one store. And, the family runs it. The one girl, she's probably 23, maybe 22, 23. Pretty young Mexican girl. And she had a little sister who's like 17. She's still in high school. Go in the store. The girl goes, I turned 18 in 4 days. Rob goes, I know, I've been waiting. I said, damn, fool. You're a scumbag. That's awesome. Oh, dude. Hanging out with him, it's nonstop. It's nonstop. That dude will keep you just rolling, just dying laughing. And he's my brother. He's my brother, and I don't care. Everybody will say, he's this or that. Yeah, he's all of that. He's all of that. And he's still my brother. So, fuck. We didn't get to shit on Georgie yet, on George Christie. So, he'll be all right. He'll pull through just because he's a dick like that, right? He ain't finished his business. Because George Christie came out and said some sideways ass shit outside of his neck, old ass man. I'm talking about you, George. And he said some sideways shit about Rob, saying that he's a rat because his name was on the grand jury witness list. Everybody's name gets put on that, right? And most of us will never get called to the grand jury because they know we're retarded. We're not gonna do what they think we're gonna do, so they're not gonna call us, but they're gonna put our names on the list. That's how they start trouble, right? Oh, there's Midwest, huh? But so he used that. He says, "Oh, I have it in my archives." He said that on somebody's podcast, and then he goes in on me and how thorough I'm not. And he's like, "Oh, that dude doesn't do his homework." Old man, you're going to catch a stroke or bust a hip or something fucking around talking shit, dude. You better go drink your Ensure. And then he got at me in the emails, George Christie. You need to stand down. You don't know. Look here, lame. Who the fuck you think you're talking to, old man? Like, there ain't nothing you can do I can't. I promise you that, except for maybe open a bank account. But beyond stuff like that, you know. No, Midwest. I don't know. I don't know. The club seems to say no. I've never heard of it. I mean, I've heard of him saying it, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, let Dub be Dub, though. That dude's mildly on the spectrum for sure. So take that with a grain of salt. That's like when you guys pick on Spencer. Spencer had a mental break. You know, that dude has schizophrenic break. Jumped out of a second-story window, ran down to the house of a police officer, started beating on the door saying that, you know, whatever, shadow people are coming for me. And when the officer wouldn't open the door, he started kicking in windows and shit, trying to get in. And that's when you guys decided to attack Spencer. And it's like, oh, man. He's not even there. That dude's brain's mush at that point. Like, you're picking on the weak is kind of how I see it. Yeah. And I'll stand by that, too. I don't care if they're idiots. Of course they're idiots. But they're not all there, man. Right? Dubs had so much trauma in his life that dude is literally a man-child who throws fits and shit. Like, and that's not, Dub, if you're watching, that's not a shot at you, homie. Like, you're just different because everybody in your life's fucked you over, homie. Like, let's call it what it is, right? Everybody's done that. And then you guys get together here on the YouTube and you guys go after people and you want to burn people to the ground and all this shit. Like, fool, go after the stars that got money and shit. You guys are fucking with the dude who lives in a trailer in Wyoming with fucking his wife and stepkids and shit and sprays fucking water at the cat so that it's not in front of the camera. Come on, man. It's simpleton shit, right? It's simpleton shit. And I'm not coming down on you like an asshole either, though, Midwest. I'm just saying y'all could pick a better target, homie. A more worthy opponent. They're out there. Now, the thing between Dean and Dub, that ain't never going to stop. They got me pulled into it at one point, and I didn't know either one of them dudes from nothing when that shit happened. All of a sudden, they're doxing my wife and shit, my ex-wife. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? I don't even know who you are. Like, what the fuck? So, yeah, that was all in that last year, too. Probably cost me a divorce, if we're being honest about it. Who knows? At least jump-started it. I could put a stamp on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it right there, Josh. Don't punch down. That's it in a nutshell right there. Don't punch down. You know, hey, there's some dudes that can roast with the best of them. Go after them. Keep it fun. You know? I don't know. I think at the end of the day, man, what have you done? Beat up the retarded kid in school. That's what you just did. You get no points. You get no points for that. Unless he's coming actively at you like an ass, like him and Dean. So it's like, all right, we'll allow it because, like, Dub comes hard at him. These people have literally, this has nothing to do with my channel. I don't even know why the fuck I'm talking about it, but these people have literally gotten each other fired from multiple jobs, gotten each other arrested, right? Had the feds knocking at my door at one point. And I'm like, I don't know these dudes. I don't want to know these dudes. I got nothing to say to you guys. And I'm the only one who didn't fill out a report on that incident. True fact. And I'm the only one who never really spoke to the FBI except for to tell them I got nothing to say and get away from me. Get away from my house. Don't knock on my door no more. You know? So, there's that. This shit is crazy, G-Dirt. You know? And then I got phone calls from... Anyway, we're not even going to go there. That was a shitstorm. And that shows you this internet is a wild place, because it's made up of a bunch of people that I'd say about 8%, maybe less, that will punch you in your fucking mouth. And then, you know, you got the other 92% that swear to God they were shot. The Wes Watsons of the world. They're shot callers, right? They're big in their neighborhood. They mean something to their people. Have you stopped a street war, homie? Have you, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing this greatness, homie? Because if they see you talking shit on the internet, your people ain't gonna be like, hey, fool, you're making us look bad, right? At least have a good reason. But ask them, dude, they're, you know, the hardest thing to come out of their neighborhood ever, and everybody loves them, right? Cooks Thanksgiving dinner for them every year. That type of shit. Okay. Couldn't even go to my neighborhood. They wouldn't be allowed. Somebody'd slap them and be like, what the fuck did you bring this fool around for? Weird. You know? Then it'd be a problem. Right? My life fell apart. Where'd I go, boys? Well, I had to go across the country burying people. But where'd I go? I went right back home to the neighborhood. That's it. That's it. And when shit pops off on the yards, who's there? Who's getting the calls? Who's making the calls to try to, I don't know, broker something between the two? Hey, man, what the hell is this about? How can it, you know, how can it be stopped? You know, there's these guys on the internet. You think they're the ones getting called? Fuck no, dude. You know. But I know who was. And rest in peace, Kenny Crumb, too, dude. He passed away right in the middle of all that. And I'd gotten news that they found a list. Oh, and you know, we're 5 and 6. And I texted Kenny and I said, hey, there's a list, I guess, and we're 5 and 6. And Kenny's wife texted me back on his phone and said, well, they won't be getting Kenny. Damn, dog. That was like a month ago. That's my motherfucker right there, dude. Fucking rest in peace, Kenny Crumb. Memorial was yesterday. It was awesome. Or the day before. It was fantastic. Janine, I love you. Anything I can do for you guys, let me know. If I can do it, I'll do it. Kenny was an awesome, awesome guy. And a real gentleman gangster. And he'll be very missed. I don't give a fuck if they're related or not, dude. That's where I'm at. There's a girl in Vegas that swears to God she's Sonny's daughter. Not by any way that I know, but I mean, who knows? Who can say? I'm sure Sonny was out there, dude. He was getting it, right? All of them were. Yeah, banging bitches is a biker fucking pastime. So, I don't know. Do I think Sonny is capable of knocking up his aunt? Because he says he's uncle, right? I think it's far more likely this, right? Sonny Barger had his mom up in the clubhouse. She's probably getting run through. And she probably said, hey, you sit over here with Uncle Sonny while Mama goes in the back real quick. There's Uncle Sonny is born. I think that's far more likely. Everybody's the uncle, right? Don't tell your dad about Uncle Steve, right? Cold. Bitches are cold, man. Oh, OC, my dude. I love you, OC. OC714 is a motherfucker. He's a good friend, too. I have a lot of good people that I've met on YouTube, and it's weird. It's weird as fuck. Bigfoot, probably one of my best friends in the whole world. He's called Bigfoot, and he's on fucking YouTube, talking shit. So he's the one who he told that dude. He said, "You can meet me at the Museum of Science and Industry, and we'll get a steak sandwich." And after that, I was like, "What the fuck?" He said, "Meet me at the fucking museum." Bigfoot's a wild, wild motherfucker, dude. But that's what I like about him. And he's called me every single day for the last year and a half, 2 years, to make sure I'm okay. And so has Mother Courage. Yeah. And OC's been there. HFTL's been there. Like, a lot of you guys have been there. But, and Bigfoot always trying to, oh, Terry Jaglarski. Hey, I've been watching you guys with the poker tournaments, Terry. I'm proud of you guys, man. You guys have been making some deep runs in some big tourneys, homie. And that's good for our group. That's good. Yes, sir. I mean, your spades game's still garbage, homie. And I'll still clean your ass out on the poker table. But other than that, you've been doing real good. Collecting money. Yeah, I try to be a decent human being because I've done a lot of fucked up shit, dude. And that's the truth. And life continues to have me doing that type of shit. I don't find it fucked up. I find it righteous. But you're a villain in some stories and you're a hero in others, right? But there's nothing, I've never once set out or hurt somebody in my life out of malice. Right? Just out of pure hate for the world and just, I'm going to get this fool. Everything I've ever done has been purposeful. So, I sleep well. I don't get haunted. Terry, what did he say? Might just hit, oh, he plays that stupid Keno, but he'll play like the $1 Keno loaded, like a 5 spot or a 6 spot. And that fool will rack, boom, 15 grand. But that fool will dump 15 grand and then they're trying to get it too. So, 100% Keno. Only bad poker plays. Nah, I don't regret any poker play I make. Yeah. Especially against you and your brother. I'm going to clean you guys out. Yeah, they don't call me Poker Wood for nothing. I ran 52 from the money in the World Series of Poker. And got it in. I could have sailed into the money. And probably sailed into the final 4 or 5 tables. Easily. Just put it on cruise control. Don't get in a wreck. 52 from the money. They're breaking down the room I'm in. I get pocket aces on the river. I got a decent stack, but we had a raise, a re-raise, and I shove. This idiot under the gun calls it pocket 8s. Of course, they fold, squeeze them out, and this motherfucker turns over pocket 8s, 8 in the window. That's the last time I played in World Series of Poker, because fuck that game. Oh, with a 9 out of 10 multiplier. Wow, dude. Hey, I love Dottie. Dottie is my side piece forever. Me and Dottie, we're like that. Yo, there's so many Dotties around Vegas. When I go in there, they already know what I've drank. They already, you know what I'm saying? They're like, what's up? Because when I hit, hey, I'm stupid when I tip, when I hit. I don't care. Lil Dave arrested. Yeah, Benny. Lil Dave did get arrested. He sliced somebody's throat with a box cutter, homie. In a bar fight. In Pasadena. Depending on how long it went down. Say there was 10 to 15 dudes, like they say. Say 8 of them were on the other side trying to stomp Dave out. that might be a real good case for self-defense. I don't know. We're going to have to find out. Yeah, Benny. But Lil Dave showed that he's still about it. You ain't going to let me get away with it. I need you to come over here and hold this box cutter for me. So, Aaron, my dude. Yeah. Oh, Pinochle? Hey, listen. Pinochle. Until they started making Pinochle decks, you had to have 4 decks put together just to have a Pinochle deck. Come on, man. That's that. When I started doing time, that's that old man game, right? And I learned to play Pinochle, and I love Pinochle. But come on, man. A raw-ass spades game? Yeah, and I busted Jaglarski's asses in spades. I run spades down their throat. Talking shit, too, the whole time. Come to think of it, y'all ever beat me in anything, Jaglarski's? I don't think so. Not to my recollection. Y'all ain't never beat me in a single thing. But I love you guys. You know, keep coming over with your money. Gotta appreciate that. Yes, sir. Hey, you talk about spades. Look, we went to a bar. Fuck, I don't even remember what it's called. Fuck it, right? Oh, yeah, Porch Light. Down the street from my house. I was on like DI and Durango. So the Porch Light opens up. Hardly anybody goes there. It's kind of bougie. But we start going there. And we get poker players that come, shit like that. We got Lane Flack, who, if y'all ain't never met Lane Flack, that dude was on one always. Gary Payton shows up. Gary Payton shows up with his best friend. We're playing Golden Tee. He wants to play. We get to betting. He's got Golden Tee at his house. And me and my boy A-Train, we're actively going around to the different bars in town trying to set the record on every machine type of shit, right? Like, we're on one too. And then that gets into spades, dominoes, shit like that. Let me tell y'all about Gary Payton. That's the most ghetto motherfucker I ever met in my life. He is hood as it gets. Straight hood. He don't give a fuck about nothing. NBA, who cares? Millionaire, fuck you. That dude is fucking hood. But he was so much fucking fun to hang out with. It was beyond a blast. And we would meet up there like twice a month, dude, and just hang out all night long and just play like dominoes with fucking Gary Payton and his boy. That shit was tight. And we did that for like a year. And then I got busted. And I had a bet. I had a bet in on the last longer for the final table of the World Series of Poker that year. And with Gavin Smith. And if y'all don't know Gavin, he's passed away now, but I've known Gavin for so many years. Gavin's a degenerate. Like, we will throw pickles against the window and bet on whose pickle is going to hit the floor first. That type of dumb shit, right? And I'm not even making that up. Like, that's a true fucking pastime of ours. So Gavin, he owes me $100 because my last longer hit, and I know it because I was sitting in county when they were playing the World Series of Poker, and his boy went out first at that table. So I was like, boom, $100, right? I get out, I walk up to Gavin, I go, hey, you owe me $100. That fool just gave me my $100. Didn't even ask. I was like, damn, I should have said 2. But then Gavin passed away. There was a lot of Colombian, nose powder going on between all of us back then, though. So it probably didn't do wonders for our hearts and things like that. So rest in peace, Gavin. Gavin's dope as shit. He's Canadian. My little brother was born in Washington State. And he's sitting on the back of the couch at the bar. And he goes, yeah, I'm Canadian. And Gavin looks over at him and pushes him off the couch, and he falls. He goes, nah, you're not Canadian. I was like, you're a fucking dick, bro. That's hilarious shit, though. That's how he tested his Canadian abilities. Pushed him right off. And my brother was so drunk he didn't even see it coming. It made it even better. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, there was a lot of cola going on. No cola. And those were the days, though. That was back in the day, though. That was early, mid 2000s, you know, like '04, something like that, '03. Like we'd already gone through different phases. Like, you know, we're at the raves and the clubs, and then we're, you know, doing all kinds of. When you grow up in Vegas, you got to try everything, and it's debauchery, so you got to try it twice. And at that point in our life, yeah, we were doing the Pablo. So the Pablo Shuffle. Hey, I can't tell you how many times we went on Molly and we'd walk through the casinos. And I'm not telling y'all should ever do this. Don't. But if that's your thing, like, walk through a casino on Molly. Just, that's it. That's it. I'm telling you, everything is just, it'll make you pop. It's dope. Last time I went to Vegas, I was rolling. Yeah. I mean, hey, those tables get jumping. They get going too. But, yeah, I don't know. I like the dice game in the county. A lot better. Yeah, play some 10,000. What's up? 13 is 12. Yeah, that's, I suppose so. There was a dude from Boston who had that on him, a white guy. He had a 13 on him, and he said that same thing. You know, 12 jurors and a chance or some shit like that. And we were like, okay, you better plead out to a misdemeanor here, boy. You're gonna get covered up or cut off or something, dude, because that ain't what it means around here. You know, and that's a militant ass group right there. They don't play. What happened to Dave? All right. So to catch back up on that, Dave got into a restaurant or a bar fight today. 10, 15 people is what they're saying was involved. Who really knows? I don't know. According to the other Rick, they say that Dave was getting whooped on. I don't know. They were fighting. I don't think it was against Mongols because they would have said it in the news. But Dave somehow comes up on a box cutter and whacks old boy across the neck with it. But old boy lived for now. Probably lived, period. Right? I mean, that ain't something, I don't know. Infection's a motherfucker. That's what took my boy, Kenny. So yeah, that's what happened, Lil Dave. We're going to get more info. I'll start calling around, start calling different clubs in the area. You know, obviously, try and get a hold of the Mongols, talk to them, see what's going on with that. But there's a lot going on with the Mongols. Over in the Palm Desert, like, I swear it had to be a typo because the newspaper said 1,000. If 1,000 Mongols got arrested at some place, like, I want to see that. I want to see what that, I just want the visual of what the fuck that looks like. I want to see what 1,000 motherfuckers getting arrested at the same time looks like. That's. I call. Palm Desert doesn't have 1,000 pairs of handcuffs. They got zip ties though. They got them zip cuffs, man. But come on, man. Y'all put a 10 on the 2. You added too many zeros is what happened. Yeah. That shit was crazy. That's a lot of zip ties, bro. We're talking bags and bags of the zip cuffs. And just the eyeballs on 1,000 people. You know, and you got old booger face over here picking his nose and you know, playing with his booty and shit, digging his undies out his booty. This little, uh-oh. I don't know. That's how we lose it. What the fuck? All right. Well, I guess YouTube wants me to end my shit. Maybe not. Can you guys even hear me? I should have gone on StreamYard. I know better. Herb? Can you hear me, Herb? Okay, cool. Because my shit's frozen. So I don't know. But I've been on for 50 minutes. So I'm going to get off. Cool. Thank you, Herb. Herb Dizzy, my dude. James Mitchell, my motherfucker. What's up, bro? I can't wait to come see you again. When I come to town finally, once everything's fucking... I don't know, man. Vegas is burnt the fuck out for all that shit that went on. It really is. And I'm going to do the whole story on it. From Rebel and Victor to the hospital to Ely, to me and Kenny, to, you know, I met some of the dudes that I haven't met in the tip. I got to talk to. And let me tell you about the respect I got for some of these dudes. I'm not even going to say their name, but they handled themselves really well in a very, very bad situation. I'll say that. You know, Dave is again. Hey, he proved if you're going to try and put hands on me, I'm going to box cut your neck off. I mean, that's gangster as he gets, right? You're about that life. Because that's why they make sidewalks, because the streets ain't for everybody. You know, everybody can fucking rah until they got a box cutter in their hand, right? Lil Dave showed he'll use it. That's gangster. That's what you can ask for right there. That's what you need. Hey, somebody said it's scorched. Yeah, Vegas is scorched, Josh. You ain't lying. It's nasty. And it was nasty when I was growing up. I grew up on the west side, right? Historic west side. The ghetto. And then somebody got the nerve. Last time I was there in Vegas, I was driving, and they were like, damn, you're on D Street? You really are in the trenches. I'm like, we just called that the neighborhood, but okay. You know, like, I get it. And then we moved on up from there, though. Right over to Bonanza and the Strip. Yep, to that white fence neighborhood. And then we really moved up because we got us a house on DI in Buffalo. And then we brought the hood to the nice neighborhood, and they didn't appreciate that shit. All of a sudden, all the neighbors are getting cameras. Trippy from White Fences outside doing God knows what planning for us. You know, we got JT and Bomber out there fighting, or G-Lo sometimes getting in there fighting too. And like, there's Mormons everywhere, dog. And then Dopey's pulling the, you know. I don't know. It's a wonder why they came in. They busted all of us and took us to jail. I don't know why. We were just minding our own business, being good young gentlemen. And these... my life now and my life then is so crazy. You know, it was like... it was a wild time in the kingdom, for sure. Yep. And you never know who was going to come over just to hang out. But we were foolish for what we did. A 2-story house, and you got like the 10 future most gangster fucking idiots in the world living together. It was a reality show before it was a reality show. And that's for real. My boy Brian lived there. He got shot and killed, though. Standing next to me. Who else? Oh, Brad Jr., my friend who his dad took him, and then his sister did the same thing, and then he finally did too. He was there for a minute. God, man. BG. Oh, my God. There's just Sin. Shout out, Sin. I know you're around there somewhere. But, yeah, that was the times back then, man. What's up, Fisticuffs? Hey, things are weird around the clubs, and I'm gonna say it right now. If the red and white keep going the way that they're going, they're not even gonna be a club no more. 10 years down the road from here, right? Because 5-year members have come in and kicked out 50-year members for the last 2 years, and it's been insane. We're talking the who's who of the Hells Angels from the 60s and 70s. Are just being fucking roasted out by these dimwits. who end up snitching on the club anyway. That's the other thing. These fools end up testifying against everybody. But, you know, they got the vote. Robert Poland, and you kidding me? You know? It's so stupid. And then they even, there was a rumor going around that JTB, John the Baptist, was put out. And I sat on that and sat on that and sat on that until I knew for sure, because, and everything looked like it was too. Like he rode home alone and everything matched up. But I didn't have the right confirmation, and I'm glad I didn't jump on it because, of course, JTB wasn't out. But, you know, you got members like that, like Bert. Bert has a hook for a hand because what he did for the Hells Angels. Now, saying that, he was high on some fucking primo fucking P2P and building, you know, something that goes kapow in an apartment. Things happen when you do, you know, that mixture of things together. But nonetheless, the man blew his eye out and his hand off, and they got the nerve to try and call that man out bad. If y'all don't get out of here. And Doc, they wear his patches that he made for them, because he was the patch maker, wearing the red that he invented himself so that it wouldn't bleed and become pink. And they wear that patch while they actively put him out on some faggot shit and call him bad. Yeah, after 50 years. Robert Poland. Well, nobody ever said they liked Robert Poland, but he was there and he was a legend. Yeah. All right. Cool. That's 200 years of Hell's Angel right there. 4 people. Yep. Y'all are fucking weird. But it happens to all of them, I guess. Sent my uncle to the feds in the 80s something. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, there was some of that going on, Sonny. Sonny was in there giving guns up so that Oakland could walk free on nonviolent crimes. I don't mind it. I do from a gang, you know, from a street aspect, can't do it. You're working with the cops. If one of those firearms gets into the hands of the police and it has a fingerprint on it and it's been proven to used in a body, you just got somebody a life sentence. So that's why you can't do something like that. From a hustler and con artist perspective, it's a dope move. You're giving up other people's shit that you take off of them, and then you put it all in a bed in a hotel, and you give an anonymous call to the cops, and boom, right? Oh, Canada, listen, I don't even talk shit about Canada. Canada's got the most ruthless motherfuckers of all time when it comes to the motorcycle world, and Australia. And, well, over in Europe, they're getting their money too, though. And here, they're getting their money. So what am I even talking about? But, yeah, the Canadians, there's Lennoxville. I'll do a story on Lennoxville, the Lennoxville massacre with Yves Trudeau. That whole thing right there, like, there was a dirty cop involved. This dude took out basically the whole charter on some sneak shit. Snuck killed them and threw them in a river. The whole 81 charter. And I'm not going to give too much more after that, but I'm going to do that story, right? But that's Canada in a nutshell. The shit going on right now with the BFM, with Canada, with Quebec. They're kidnapping each other. They're sending each other back with missing body parts. Just cutting stuff off. Here you go. We'll send your ear in a week. That type of shit. Because the street gangs don't want to pay street tax no more in Quebec or Montreal. And they said they'd had enough. And then when the head Italian guy, the mafioso, he died, natural death, you know, but he died. He has 2 sons. Well, allegedly, they're trying to say the club went after one of the sons and missed. So they joined together with this, like the Haitians and the Irish, and like they're all together against the Hells Angels right now up there. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I like to let that one breathe a little bit because them dudes are really. When they went after Mabuche, they shot a rocket launch missile into his cell from the outside of the prison and then ran up in there and threw a grenade up into his cell to try and kill him. Think about that. A bazooka. Yeah, bro. And he lived. He lived because he hid under his cement bunk and all they got was his wooden leg. He lived through a grenade and a rocket fired into his cell. But that's the level that these dudes are on. You've never heard of somebody, taking military-grade weapons and assaulting a prison to get this fool. I'm cool. I'm cool leaving them to do them. Y'all be you over there. Plus, when you're talking about that charter, too, they're all French-speaking mostly, too. So it's like, But everybody says, oh, Sonny started Canada. No, he didn't. Doc did. Doc is the original sponsor to every prospect in that charter that started Canada. They were all his prospects. They call him the Godfather. Yep. And they put Doc out bad after 50 years for what? Because he was a Boston Lynn member. Yeah, he's the one who did that. He's the one who they found the right club that they were going to patch over. Took them in as prospects. Showed them how to do it. Went back over there. Spent years tuning that in so that Canada would be righteous. It was Doc. That was Doc. And anybody say Sonny didn't do shit, dude. Sonny showed up afterwards like, look what I did. What did you do? None of them are your fucking prospects. And that's not a shot on Sonny, but everybody needs to stop saying Sonny did this. He didn't. Doc did. Doc put in that work. And he should be recognized for it. And he is recognized for it by that charter. When he goes to world runs or went to world runs, they would recognize him. It's the Godfather. They would call him the Godfather and make him feel weird about it. Right? They weren't doing that shit to Sonny. Sonny's the Godfather of keeping all this shit together or, putting a bigger death head on the fucking thing and, uniting all the Hells Angels, basically. And Sonny was a great uniter. You better believe if he was alive right now, Robert Poland, Doc, Bert, all of them they would still be in the club. Because they were all put out on stupid shit, dude. And I mean fuckery. The highest level of fuckery. So, but Sonny would have never let that happen, and they feared him. Sonny had an aura about him. And that club, they respected the fuck out of him. No matter if they hated his guts, they still respected him. And when he would call down and say, no, that ain't happening, that wasn't happening. The dude was a stone cold killer. He had like 6 bodies. He's about that life. Reckless. But now you can't be reckless. They'll kick you out the club for it. Yep. Now you can't go fight the enemy openly in public. You might get kicked out of the club for it. That's craziness. That's wild. But Satan's choice, yeah. So, and that's when Gregory, I can't say his handle. His handle is one of the coldest ones of all time. He is a darker tone. He has more melatonin, is it? Or melatonin. He has more melatonin in his body. His name is Gregory, and he was Mabuche's personal security, but also probably best friend. And they came to the conclusion that he was like Puerto Rican or Cuban or something, Haitian maybe. But we know he was from the deep, deep, deep jungles of Nigeria, right? He was, yeah, militant. He had a lot of it. So, but he had bodies for the angels, and he was a Hell's Angel, and he was N-word Gregory. That was his nickname. Yeah. And, you know, he was told, hey, man, y'all bring him down here, he ain't going home. So, yeah. But, I mean, he was in the club. He gone now, too. Yeah. Yeah, he stepped aside. I think him and his brother were both in. He ended up stepping aside just because he saw what was going on. He was just like, you know what, man? I'm putting too much stress on it. Me being here is putting too much stress. I can still hang out. We can still be best friends. I can still protect you. You know? Like, he just wanted to be around his friend, I think. But, you know. Can't be whites only pies, huh? I'll tell you what. That shit's funny. I watch Life just to laugh. Yeah, he's gone. Ma Boucher's gone, too. They put Ma Boucher out bad. I understand it. Sort of. Ma Boucher put in so much work for that club, but he was reckless in the way he did it. They built a whole prison for the indictment they put on all of them. They indicted all the Hells Angels and convicted them. They built a prison just for them, a brand new prison. There was like 100 and something Hells Angels went to prison, not jail, prison, in this indictment. And it's all due to Ma Boucher and his sloppiness and his craziness. So that's why he went out bad. But y'all shot a missile into his shit and threw a grenade in there. Like, y'all wasn't playing. For sure. For sure. He did. Brought a lot of heat to the club, and you can't do stuff like that. I can understand being put out once you've reached a certain level of fuckery. You know, it is what it is. You got to. You got to go. Nurgit. Hey, Nurgit? Nurgit's still in. So I don't want to speak on him. Salute. I got some pictures of him that nobody's ever seen. I got pictures of a lot of people that nobody has ever seen. It's kind of, I don't know. It's the reward I get sometimes when I go places. And I, you know, get shit like this. Oh, there's Deacon. Or shit like this. You know, one of these has Rain Man on the cover. But it also has, what the fuck? Maybe. Is it this one? He's got your boy Doc right there too, for the Big House crew. So, Doc gets put out of the club. He did more time in prison than probably all the men that were in the room that voted him out have had in the club, right? Doc was looking at like 15 years or something. Or no, 10 years. And I'll let him tell this story more in depth, but Doc could take 5 more years, take a 15 spot, and the rest would walk in his charter. And he did. He did. Because what's the difference in 10 or 15, right? You're already doing 10 for sure. Why not 15 and the rest of your boys get to walk? That's a solid individual, right? That's what you're supposed to be. Quiet as it's kept, over in the New York area, when they all got indicted, allegedly one of the guys said, I'm going to do my time. You tell him he can do his time. We'll do our own time. Instead of taking like an extra 5 or 8 years or something so that his boy didn't have to do no time. His boy got 10 years. He got 20. All he had to do was take an extra 5, turn that 20 into 25, which in the grand scheme of things, yes, that's 5 more years, but for your boy not to have to go away at all, you know? And he said, you tell him he can do his time and I'll do mine. That's a rough thing to say. I think if I got 20 years and, you're going to tack on 5 more and my boy gets to walk and he don't got to do 10 years, I'm going to take that 5. Because I'm already doing 20. But, yeah. Yeah. I'm also going to do... All right, so you guys, there is the pig farmer over in Vancouver. I'm going to do that one. That one was brought to me when old boy got attacked in prison and put on life support, and he passed away, the pig farmer dude. So I'm going to do that. I got a little bit of inside scoop on that one. I like to talk about shit that I know about. Or I know I don't like to repeat like just what the cops say or the courts say or the media, because they all say the same thing and it all comes from the cops. Cops can be dirty, and I know that firsthand, I know that firsthand. So, but I do know about that. And then Lennoxville, I'm going to do Lennoxville. That whole massacre, Yves Trudeau, that dirty cop that was involved in that. What else coming out of Canada was I thinking about doing? Hey, is the Rock Machine, they're still rolling up there, huh? They still got a club up there. I just saw a picture. They showed a pretty decent group, I don't know, 7 or 8 people maybe, wearing Rock Machine cuts. Canada. If so, that's cool as hell, man. It's cool as hell. Because they went to war with the Hells Angels up there. Yeah. Not many clubs have really just gone toe-to-toe, tit for tat, and like, where they're taking it to the big clubs and the big clubs are taking it to them. But the key in that is they're taking it to the big clubs. That's hard. That's hard. I don't care who you are. The Comancheros down in Oklahoma, which really they're Tango Blast, but Banditos didn't know that. They just saw dudes that they don't recognize up in their area, and they ran down on the president, and they started costing lives because of it. Because they're Tango. Tango Autohon is no joke. Them dudes are wild. So, or the water dogs. That was just on some man shit, some respect shit. Shady. He was tired of getting beat up in front of his kids. So, what happened? Omen died, right? Omen was New Mexico. So, there's little clubs here and there. Most Envied. We'll talk about that. I don't want to give too much away because I'm about to do the story, but Most Envied, they were out there trying to get it too with the Hells Angels. And Rock Machine were out there getting it with the Hells Angels. It's craziness. It's crazy. Sons of Silence, they came up. They forced their way in. That's what they did. Sons of Silence forced their way in. We are here. Got to respect that shit, man. Because it takes a whole, probably 2 charters of just tough guys that ain't going to take it. And then that's how they do it. You seen a water dog up there in Sac? Oh, good. I bet they've relocated. They're not down there anymore. That's for sure. I mean, you can't stay down there. And another thing, everybody, when Shady was doing the interview and I stopped him, from answering the question, all that shit happened, right? Somebody had said, because Shady said, yeah, I was blessed by the Most High in the Banditos, right? And everybody was kind of giggling or smirking at that shit. Here's what he means by that. Shady had a tattoo shop. 10 years he worked at that tattoo shop with the man that became the president, the national president of the Banditos. So for 10 years, I hope that didn't knock my sound out. For 10 years, they worked side by side in this tattoo shop. This guy is a Bandito at the time. Then he becomes the National P. Shady wants to start his own club. Not a 1%, not anything like that, but he wants to start his own, the Water Dogs, right? It's a Native American feel to it. His friend says, yeah, do that. We got your back. You have my blessing. and Shady does it. He has been blessed by the highest bandito in the land to start his club. That man should have had his back when it came to Omen fucking with him and beating him up in front of his kids twice and trying to do it a third time. But he's told him, hey, man, you got to deal with your man. Deal with your shit, right? But he should have been there. He should have been there for Shady just on their GP alone, man. They worked together. Shady came to you respectfully and as a friend also and said, hey, man, I'm thinking about this, showing him the colors, the cuts, shit like that, right? So that's what Shady meant by that. And it's not lost on me that I never told that part. I never said that. And Shady would always just get on whatever podcast and say, you know, I'm blessed by the Most High when it comes. But he never explained it. And the way he said it was kind of wonky and weird and whimsical. So I just want to say that so that everybody, there's a clear understanding of what Shady meant when he said that. Straight up. So, Lil Dave have his cut still? That's a good question. I don't know. I would assume not, especially if he's hanging out in Pasadena. You know, like, yeah, I don't know. But I used to work in Azusa, and that bar was crawling with Mongols all day long. But they were decent. They were decent to me. They were nice to my staff. If anybody got out of line, we had a prospect get out of line one time. Called one of the bartenders a bitch or something like that. And next time he came in, he was lumped the fuck up. And he said, I'm sorry for the way I acted. But didn't just do that. I know he didn't just do that. But he calls me and knocks my sound out all the time. But, all right, you guys. I got phone calls to make. I got to check on Rob. And, Bigfoot, you fucking jerk. So, let me make my phone calls. I'll keep you guys updated on Rob and where he's at. Rob from Ventura. If I'm being honest, I met quite a few current and former members when it comes to Red and White that I've gotten really close to. Less than a handful of them, and don't take this wrong, but I consider my family. That's how close we've gotten. Big Rob, y'all just don't, I don't know, man. He's as scumbag as it gets, but he's fucking dope ass. Admitted scumbag. And he's my friend. He's my family. He's my brother. I love him. And I hope that he's doing better right now as we speak, because I need it. I need it. I need this win. So, all right, guys. Thank you for coming to Vegas Profile Stories. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.